Okay, so this is number 4 of type 2. Okay, number 4, type 2 of AA1 on volume and surface area of pyramids, cones, and cylinders. So since this is a type 2, so expect that it's not a straightforward question. It's a combination of 2 cones and a cylinder. The first question given to you was to find the volume. Well, relatively this should be easy because the volume of this figure is simply the volume of the top cone plus the volume of the lower cone plus the volume of the cylinder. So if you know how to find the volume of each figure, then you can find the total volume of the figure, of the solid rather. Okay, so now as we take a look at the figure, the bottom and the top cones are basically the same. So if we will solve for one volume of the cone, then we can just multiply that by 2 and we get the volume of these 2 cones. And then the cylinder, we just follow how to find the volume of a cylinder. Now let's see if we have all the information needed to find the volume of each figure. The volume of a cone is given by 1/3 base times height. Okay, I think the problem here is now obvious because the height of the cylinder is not given. Okay, so although there's a mark here, let's verify if that's actually 4.472. But before we can find the volume of the cone, we have to know the height of the cone. But instead of giving the height, we were given the slant height of the cone. Take note, the slant height is not the same as the height of the cone. Okay, so how do we find the height of the cone? Here is the key. You need to see that there is a right triangle inside the cone. It's here, okay? There's a right triangle there. So now this side of the triangle is just the radius of the cone or the cylinder. Since the diameter of the cylinder is 8, then we can say that the radius or this side of the triangle is 4m. Okay? Now we don't know how long is the height of the triangle, but we know that this is 6. Okay, so by Pythagoras theorem, this would mean that h squared plus 4 squared is equal to 6 squared. Okay, so h squared is 6 squared minus 4 squared, or h is the square root of 6 squared minus 4 squared. And then find the value. So the square root of 6 squared minus 4 squared is equal to 4.472. So h is equal to 4.472, which is actually the number that is here, okay, written already on the figure. Okay, so we're ready to find the volume of the cone. The volume of the cone is 1/3. The base is the circle pi, so pi with radius 4.472, so times 4.472, and then squared times let's repeat. The radius is 4, not 4.474. So times 4 and squared, and then we have times the height, which is 4.472. Okay, so again, 4 squared times pi times 1/3 times 4.472. Okay, so I'll find the value first. So this is equal to 74.929. Yeah, 74.929, and then cm m cubed. So m cubed. So 2 times the volume of the cone is 2 times 74.929. So times 2, that's 149.858. 149.858. m cubed. Okay, so the next thing that we have to find is the volume of the cylinder. So pi r squared h. Okay, I have forgotten to explicitly tell that the base is a circle, so you can have it pi r squared and then h. Okay, and then so pi r squared h, so that is simply pi, the radius 4, again the radius is 4, given that the diameter is 8, and then the height is given as 8 as well. Okay, so this is times height, which is 8. So that's about pi times 16 times 8 equals 128 pi, and 128 pi is equal to 402.1239, okay, or 124. So all in all we have, so this can be 402.124 m cubed. So the total volume is equal to this one, 149 plus 402. So 149.858 plus 402.124. So just add. So you have 149.858 plus 402.124. Approximately this is 551.982 m cubed. Okay, so that's the volume of the cylinder and the two cones. Okay, let's find the surface area. Okay, so that's done for the volume. Okay, let's find the surface area. So the surface area, okay, this can be tricky. Note the circles on the cones are inside the figure, so those are not considered to be surfaces. Okay, so you have to have only the lateral area for the two cones, and then the lateral area for the cylinder. Do not add the circles, they are inside the figure. Okay, so for the single cone, let's start with the single cone. It's simply pi r l by the formula. So pi, radius 4, and l is 6. So this is 24 pi. So for the two cones, the top and the bottom, that will be 48 pi, or double the 24 pi. 48 pi is equal to 150.796. 150.796. And then we need to find the surface area of the cylinder. So that's the formula is 2 pi rh. We are not including the 2 pi r squared because those again are the circles on the top and bottom of the cylinder. They are now inside the figure. So that's 2 pi, radius is 4, the height is 8. So that's 32. 8 times 4 is 32, times 2 is 64 pi. 64 pi is equal to 201.062. So adding the two surfaces we have, so the total surface area TSA is 150.796 plus 201.062, and that will be 150.796 plus 201.062. plus 2 is equal to 351 351.858. So this is m squared. Okay, so that's the total surface area. So I have shown you how to get the volume, the total volume of the figure, and then I also showed you how to find the surface area of the total or the total surface area of the figure. So just pay attention or take note that the circles are inside the figure, so those are not considered as surfaces. Okay, so that's it. There you go.